Hello and welcome to a very special episode 55 of the Bit Soccer Podcast. My name is Travelling Man Scott White.
And I am Sleepy Boy Joe Merrick.
Oh, a sleepy boy.
Sleepy because what time is it?
Currently it's 6 o'clock in the morning.
6 o'clock in the morning. And where are we?
We're in Glasgow Airport.
Specifically the Weatherspoons.
The Weatherspoons, the Sanderling.
I know, the Sanderling.
Such a fancy name for what is the
Do you want to explain why we're at London, or shall I?
You can go. On you go. Fire in.
Well, we've been nominated for a Games Media Award.
2 Games Media Awards.
What's that you say? We don't know either.
We're going down because apparently there's a free bar until 9:30.
What?
I know.
Right?
Well, that's what I've been told. So
I'll turn this plane around right now. But we thought we'd take the chance, seeing as we're together on this long journey together down to London on Ryanair's finest vessel, to record a podcast. So right now we're at the airport. Later on we'll be at the hotel, and after that, who knows?
After the party, it's the after party.
You'll get to experience the journey along with us.
It'll be good. So it's going to be a shorter podcast because we're travelling.
Yeah, it will be.
But I feel like we've got at least 2 features.
2 features.
That's not bad.
It's a lot of pad.
Not bad. So Joe, what games have you been playing in this airport?
I've been playing Dragon Quest Builders a lot. In fact, we did a video review of it, and it's on the YouTube channel now.
It's on the YouTube, son.
It's on that YouTube, son. It's really good. Really good. Have you tried it yet?
I've not, because I've been playing other games, but I'm looking forward to playing it. It looks great. Alison, I think, is really interested in playing it.
What I like about it is that it's got the Minecraft thing of it's really nice sort of building stuff, but it's actually you've got a purpose to it, or a point to building stuff, you know. So yeah,
that's good.
No, it's really, and it sort of combines the Dragon Quest, that lovely art style, you know, the anime, was it his name? Akira Toriyama, his art style with the Dragon Quest trappings and the Minecraft sort of, you know, it's got the Minecraft, it's got the Dragon Quest, it's got the RPG, son, it's all good. So I watched the review and tell me what you think about it. Have you seen it yet? Have you watched that video yet?
I was actually going to say, you directed that to me.
You've watched the first 20 seconds.
I watched the first 20 seconds. The first 20 seconds were very good.
They were really good.
Then I was like, oh fuck. Then I watched someone else review it.
Alright.
What does Angry Joe think?
what does Alpha Omega Sin think? Have you seen that guy?
No.
It doesn't matter. Right, move on.
Are you playing anything else?
Yakuza Kiwami. Now, how did I get my hands on that?
This is the remake of Yakuza 1.
I was drunk last week one night, and I thought, oh fuck it, I'm going to buy some Japanese credit. And I bought 50 quid's worth of Japanese credit for PlayStation Network, and I bought Yakuza Kiwami.
Doesn't go as far as it used to, the way.
You know what? I'm a bit disappointed because one of the reasons I bought it is because I thought they might still do that Yakuza 6 demo with it.
Yeah.
They don't. So
I think it was just a limited.
I know. But it doesn't matter because the game is amazing. It's genuinely, and I'm not saying this just because I'm a Yakuza fan, although I am a Yakuza fan.
Yeah.
So pinch of salt. But it's the best HD remake I've ever played.
Really?
How
many HD remakes have you played, Joe?
Loads.
But this isn't just like a bit of a scale and polish. This is they kind of remade it from
remake, like, you know, a remaster, like they did for Halo, and they did for what else have they done? You know, they've done loads of games like that. You know, they've actually rebuilt the game from the ground up. This is like better. This is the best one. Right. It's really, really good. They've added more stuff into it. Like, I don't know. How much Yakuza 1 did you play, or did you just watch me play it back in uni?
The whole thing.
Right. Okay, so see how Nishiki, the last boss in it, it's like a bit of a surprise when you find out he's a baddie now. In this game, while you're in prison, there's cutscenes that show Nishiki's journey to being,
that's cool.
To becoming a bit of an
Can I just say something? It's amazing the tables have mayonnaise by default.
It is actually.
And there's a wee pot of Coleman's mustard as well.
And is that? Alright, I thought that was white wine vinegar, but it's not. It's golden malt vinegar.
Oh well, but still, I mean, you've got your you've got your brown, you've got your red.
Are you ordering anything?
No.
Because I've got breakfast here.
The gate's announced in like 10 minutes.
I've got asparagus Benedict.
Did we not go to school with him? No. So, Yakuza Kiwami, you're enjoying it?
It's really, really good. Yeah.
That's really good.
The only thing is, because it's Japanese, I mean, obviously, there's no good walkthrough yet like there is for Ishi.
Yeah.
And so I'm having to sort of hold the phone up to the screen to translate some of the text sometimes. But most of it, because it's the same games before, most of it.
Yeah, and the way the Yakuza games are kind of designed is, as long as you're following the wee pink arrow, you at least know where your next objective will be.
The only thing is, you know, the Dojima fighting style, like the classic fighting style of Kazuma, it's rubbish in this. Because the shtick is that Kazuma has been in prison for 10 years, so he's weakened. So his fighting style, you can only do like 2 punches and that's it. So you've got to use the 3 fighting styles from Yakuza 0. So they're like pretty much fully levelled. But if you want to level up your Dojima fighting style, which is your main one, you've got to find Majima. So he's in 64 random locations in Kamurocho, and you fight him at any time, and he teaches you.
That's a cool idea.
He teaches you moves.
I like
but
that.
you could be dressed as a hostess girl, or you could be dressed as a policeman, and it's really, really good.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
I'll need to give that a bash.
I know. Well, once I've finished it, in fact, you can download it anyway because it's on my account. So.
Oh, cool. Well, that goes to all our listeners. You can download it anyways on Joe's account.
What have you been playing?
Me, well, I've still been playing Dragon Quest 7, so I'm still really enjoying.
Well, Dragon Quest, that's
definitely loving it. It's so long though. Like I'm 35 hours in. And I was
how's
like,
the game?
I went on like a website just to see like how long is this game, and it was like, don't know, quickest playthrough is like 90 hours, and I was like, the quickest playthrough is 90 hours.
It's like, this game has been out for 15 years. No one has finished it.
Yes, it doesn't have an end. So I've been really enjoying that. I went back and I've fucking completed Yakuza 5 to shut you up. Not of any enjoyment from me, just to shut you up.
Did you not enjoy it then?
No, I loved it. I really enjoyed it. I don't think.
Here we go.
I don't think the story was as strong as in other games, but I do think there's elements I've loved, like the whole Shinada. But Shinada is the new character who's introduced for this one, who's a disgraced pro baseball player, and he's honestly probably one of my favourite characters. Although ultimately, the thing that makes him cry at the end of the game is getting a discount on his hole. So that was, so I was like, I don't know how I feel about that.
It's morally ambiguous.
I like his story, like from his fall from pro like baseball player to adult erotic journalist.
I know.
Like writing reviews of like hostess bars.
Can I do that?
Can I
change my career? The thing is, we were texting each other. His chapter made me want to learn a bit more about baseball.
Yeah, I've learnt about stealing signs.
And all that.
So I've learnt wee bits. It was good.
I've been to a baseball game. It's good.
Yeah, I liked how the baseball worked in it. Like to begin with, it was kind of harder, but then as you levelled up, it became so easy. So by the time you have to get 8 home runs, you're like, fucking no bother. So no, I really enjoyed it. With a lot of people got it through PS Plus when it was free not long ago. So I definitely, if you've not played one, it's not a bad play. It's pretty standalone. You don't need to have much of a knowledge of any of the previous ones.
Nah, because it explains things as it goes. Yeah. It's its own story as well. It makes references to the odd thing, but there's no. It doesn't hinge.
I don't think you'll get as much out of it.
Yeah.
Like, well, maybe. No,
there's little bits like Kazuma thinking about the kids back at the orphanage and all that. Like, you wouldn't
the importance of some of the characters you might not get, but it still is a great game to play, and it's packed so full of stuff. So I've been playing that. I've been playing, I can say now, I've been playing the new Tomb Raider for the PlayStation 4.
How is it?
I'm enjoying it, but it's not a happy game, is it? Lara Croft isn't having a good time at anything. So
trying. I remember they showed a video interview with the girl who does the voice for Tomb Raider, for Lara Croft.
Tomb Raider, famous Tomb Raider,
and it was just wall to wall crying. It was like an episode of Bear Grylls or something.
But I've been enjoying that, and I've also gone back to Lego City Undercover on the Wii U, which is one of the it's my faphourite of the Lego games, and one of the best games in the Wii U. And I think it's actually going someplace for like 15 quid now. It's Lego Grand Theft Auto with a great sense of humour.
That appeals to me.
I know. I definitely recommend picking that up. But anyway, Joe, that's enough about us.
Yeah, it is.
Do you want to do a feature?
I wish we should do a feature.
Alright, I've got this package. I need you to get this on the plane.
Why is that like a teddy bear?
Now, Joe, we're in London.
We're in London, and we've just passed the Great British Cafe.
It looked good.
It did look good.
Was they doing any Scottish, Welsh or Irish food, didn't they? No.
Well, they have to.
Well, I think
at least a percentage of the food they do.
There are lots of cannolis in the window.
No,
that Great British treat.
Cannoli.
We're sitting here in Java U Cafe, and where are we? Near Liverpool Street Station.
Well, we were near Liverpool Street earlier until you decided, let's walk down this way, and we passed through what looked like the slums of London.
Don't be silly.
Until we got through here.
But yeah, so we're not doing as many features with this podcast. Yeah. However, we're still doing as it can.
Yeah, no, it's still clinging on there.
Still just going. Now, I'm doing a pretty popular franchise that hasn't been around for quite a while.
I saw you tweeting last night, you were struggling.
I was really struggling, but then someone came to my rescue, someone whose name escapes me.
Right.
But you know who you are.
You know who you are. You angel, you.
Is it canon Ape Escape?
Oh, Ape Escape. I've not played a single one of them. I've played the demos, but I've not played a single.
This will be good. Well, you know what? Let's fire up a quick one.
Right, go on.
In the level Dark Ruins, you know this well.
I do know it.
There are 4 monkeys called Kyle, Stan, Kenny, and Kratman.
Kratman.
Is it canon?
Yes, it's canon.
It is canon.
Oh, that's brilliant.
And he is called Kratman.
Kratman. Is that a misspelling or is that deliberate?
Who knows? It's Kratman Crothers. Ape Escape characters. What do you think you're doing? You've had your time.
Sorry.
Ape Escape characters have featured in one of these games. Call of Duty 3, Ratchet and Clank, Ridge Racer Unbounded, EDF, or Heavy Rain. Now, it could be in the background, could be just as a cuddly toy, it could be
right, I'm going to say Heavy Rain, because Sony published it.
Heavy Rain, it was Ratchet and Clank.
Oh, of course, that makes the most sense.
The obvious one.
I thought there was a curveball there, I thought that was a wee...
That was good. Ape Escape was the first game released that needed the DualShock controller.
That's true, I know that one.
It is true.
Yeah.
Reading about it, when they were developing the game, that was when the teammates, the development team, were actually shown the designs for the DualShock, and were shown, right, let's build it to this.
It's the first game I played in the DualShock as well, actually.
Same for me.
Yeah.
Same for me. Watashi wa Anita o Aishi, Utsukushi Saru, or I Love You Beautiful Ape, was a dating game set in the Ape Escape universe and was released only in Japan. That was Watashi wa Anata o Aishi Utsukushi Saru.
It's not canon.
Are you sure?
That can't be canon.
Watashi wa Anita o Aishi Utsukushi Saru.
Say again.
100%. No, that's it.
Not canon.
That is not canon.
Oh, thank God.
So you did. So we've done 4 so far.
2 out of 4.
2 out of 4. No, 2 out of 4. You only got 1 wrong.
Oh, 3 out of 4.
Yeah, it was just the sound. So last one.
I'm doing myself out of a point now.
The name of the evil monkey in Ape Escape 1, the final boss.
Right.
Was it Monkey?
Yes.
Manky?
Monkey Kong.
Bonky?
I've just copied and pasted my Donkey Kong answer the questions.
Willy? Or Spectre?
Spectre.
So that was Monkey, Bonky, Willy, or Spectre.
Oh, Spectre Kong. No, it's not.
What's
Why
Spectre Kong?
Where am I getting Kong from? Spectre.
Spectre is the name of the villain. Well, Spectre was a monkey who got a clever helmet, and when the clever helmet became evil, because knowledge is the downfall of man.
Power, yeah. The downfall of monkeys.
So there we go, 4 out of 5 for a series you've never played. You've done quite well.
Yeah, it's not exactly the most complex storyline, though, is it? I mean, you catch apes. Are the apes or monkeys?
I don't know. I thought I'd just go with monkeys for most of my things, but I mean,
they are apes, aren't they? Because they don't have tails.
Well, they couldn't monkey escape otherwise, wouldn't they?
Yeah. Well, there you go. So, of course, it wasn't called Monkey.
Well, it was
Monkey the Ape.
Well, how do we call Willy the Ape?
Willy the Ape. There's a guy, it's a friend of my family, and her husband was called William, but they called him Willy. But when I was wee, I always felt embarrassed calling him Willy, because I felt like I said that the emphasis was on the Willy, whereas they all called him Wally.
Oh, Wally.
But I didn't,
W,
I didn't
like
feel,
W
I
U
didn't feel like I was like,
L.
Didn't feel like I was just like,
Willy.
Common enough to say. Wally.
Common enough.
I
wasn't common enough. Oh no, sorry. So what was it? Everyone was like,
from my life.
Alright, Willy, how's it going? And then like, alright, Willy.
Yeah. What's that in my laugh right now? I'm laughing like Homer Simpson.
I think it's all that London food you've had.
That was good. Well done, Ape Escape.
Thank you.
That was good. Right, well, we're breaking with tradition. We're going to do things out of order.
You are out of order.
I am out of order. We're going to... now it's time for you to say your bit.
How many, approximately?
I've had about 7 beers.
7 beers?
Yeah.
And a whiskey?
And a whiskey.
Would you say that's responsible drinking?
Probably.
For any of our listeners who are under the age of 18, would you say that's a responsible amount of alcohol to drink?
Sorry, kids, don't do that.
Don't do what your Uncle Joe did.
Stay off the hooch. Stay off the hooch.
Kids,
get off that WKD. Anyway. Right. So, usually we do this at the end of the podcast, but we're going to do it in the middle of the podcast because we're feeling that way.
You know what? It's let's see what time it is. It's currently
actually
1 minute.
Do you want to describe where we are, Scott?
So let me set let me just set a a picture here for you. So we turned up to the travel lodge that Joe had booked, and this was 2 weeks ago.
It was near Holborn.
In fact, let's just say you booked it. When we know when you booked it, it was on the 2nd of October. I'll tell you why. We know that in a minute. So on the 2nd of October, me and Joe were messaging, and we're like, right, I've got time off to go to the GMAs, which was tonight.
Yeah.
Sadly, we didn't win it.
We didn't win anything.
But well done to everyone who did.
Yeah, well done.
And we said, right, we'll get flights and we'll get a hotel. So we got all that booked, and we found it was actually cheaper to get 2 single rooms than it was for 1 twin room, and we were both happy with that. Neither of us were really that fussed about sharing with each other.
Yeah.
We shared enough.
Yeah. No.
So, and also the place we're going to be staying right round the corner from the venue.
Exactly.
Ideal.
So handy.
And cheap.
So handy.
Ideal.
Yeah.
So we met up with Jim Trinker, now of Special Gun Productions.
Yeah.
Because we're going to be on the Vice podcast with him, which is probably already out before we release this podcast. And we're like, well, we're going to head back to our hotel rooms. We're going to have a nice shower, and then we're going to go and record the podcast.
Yeah.
Be nice and easy.
Yeah.
We turn up to the hotel, and Joe's like, oh, I've got a booking for 2 rooms. And the woman's like, oh, your booking was for the 2nd of October. So Joe had booked rooms that essentially became available 2 weeks ago.
Oh, God.
And then, after a long, complicated phone call, even though there were rooms available in the travel lodge we were standing in, we've had to go to a travel lodge at King's Cross, which is how far down the road? Like,
it was a couple of stops in the tube. Let's put it that way.
A couple of miles down the road.
Yeah.
And
this is the grimmest room.
And we're now sharing a twin room. 2 29-year-old
with the worst shower,
married men,
and our TV that doesn't work.
What I liked most about the shower is that if you leave it on for a minute or so, the pressure just goes.
I know, exactly.
The pressure's like, where'd that go?
Somebody peeing on you.
Also, someone peeing. That's we're going to have to go over that later. When we checked in, the woman behind the counter was like, "What time are you thinking of getting up?" And we're like, well, we'll probably be getting up reasonably early. And she was like, well, that's good, because the construction workers start at 8:30 and it gets quite
Apparently
loud.
The entire 4th floor is getting worked on right now.
That's the floor directly beneath us.
Yeah.
So well done, Joe.
I'm sorry.
So now you're going to tell everyone what Say Your Bit is for.
Yeah, right, so say your bit.
I've said my bit.
I know, you have said your bit.
And I've said it to you on mic.
Right, are you ever going to forgive me?
Well, we'll see.
Okay, so this time for Say Your Bit, we said, we're recording a podcast on Tuesday en route to London, so we want to know your best/worst holiday gaming stories. So, we'll go through Facebook first, as always.
It's not really a holiday, this, though, is it?
I know. Right, so Ben Burns got this on Facebook. He says, worst. He went on a family holiday for a fortnight the day after Final Fantasy VII came out. Spent 2 furious weeks in Spain wishing he was back home. By the time he got back, all his pals were so far ahead of him that they were chatting about the things that he knew nothing about. Sad times.
That's a shame.
I know. Have you been there before? Have you ever done that before? Like,
Final Fantasy VII?
No, like just in general, to a game that like you've got it and then you had to you couldn't play it for a couple of weeks.
Probably not as long as a couple of weeks, but it's definitely. I'm trying to think. I'm sure Metal Gear Solid 4 came out. That was the same time as my now wife's birthday.
Well, Metal Gear Solid 4 also, it came out when I was away in Germany at the time.
Shit. And
so when I came back, you had completed at that point,
Yeah.
and you were so desperate to tell me all about it.
Because obviously we're both massive Metal Gear fans. I'd completed it and wanted to talk about it, and you were like, oh, I'm still in chapter 2. That was, trying.
But he also goes on, Ben Byrne, he also says, best, being on paternity leave and playing Phoenix Wright Dual Destinies for quick 10-minute sessions in between dad duties really made the broken nights easier. Phoenix Wright is good for that.
It's something I've been thinking about because, like,
all things. You're going to be a dad?
All things being good, it's kind of like a 3-hourly thing. Like, essentially, the baby needs fed every 3 hours.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to figure out, like, is there any way that I can convince Alison to watch me play Final Fantasy while we get up? Obviously, she'll be nursing the baby.
Yeah.
All things being good. But I'll have to deal with, like, maybe changing the baby and burping it, and all
changing
that.
the baby, kicking the baby.
Putting it back in its box. So I'm hoping Final Fantasy 15
in its cage
is applicable to that need.
Yeah. Okay, so Spook Summersmith, or Summer Wraith, sorry, says best. Stayed at a little chalet in Wales with an N64 and one game. Over the rainy week, brother and I played Lilac Wars to death. That's a good game to play on holiday, actually.
Good game.
Because you can play the game over and over and over again and get better and better and better as you do it. In fact, Lilac Wars is so good because you can play it like different ways, with different paths through it, so that was quite good over a holiday.
That's good.
Yeah. Worst, long drive in Cornwall, starting new save file in Pokemon Silver for the hell of it, forgot myself, saved over my main game. Oh. Have you ever saved over your main file in a game before?
I've corrupted a save file.
I know. I'm going to about this because I remember this.
Why are you picking a bone, man? It was a decade ago.
I know, but still, it's
Right.
important to know.
Okay.
Right? It's important to highlight fucking stupid you are for this, right?
Right.
Because you used to when you saved Grand Theft Auto 3.
It was Vice City.
No, it's right. It was 3. I remember it was 3. Listen.
No, well, no, I think I did it for 3, but it was Vice City I corrupted.
Right, okay. Anyway,
But yeah.
But you used to you pressed. You went to the save icon, and the save thing came up, and you started pressing the power button too soon because you want to turn your PlayStation off as soon as possible.
I used to do it very soon after, and one time I did it as it was saving.
You were playing fast and loose with the rules.
And I lost about...
Playing fast and loose with the rules.
I think I lost about 8 hours of progress,
Yeah.
which was deeply upsetting.
Excruciating. Yeah. Do you remember I used to phone you accidentally during the beginning cutscenes of every game you played in PlayStation 2?
I remember you doing it during Manhunt. And
Yeah.
you somehow managed to phone me twice during Vice City. Because I remember at one point I was like, I'm going to rewatch the opening cutscene, can never saw it properly, and you actually phoned me again during that. The second time I was watching it.
Okay,
Still never seen it.
Jack McGregor, he says the worst was having my brand new PSP stolen out of my bag on a train to Blackpool, and that ruining my week's holiday.
That's a good car.
Best was the train back up where my dad confessed it was him as a joke.
Oh,
Bought me burnout to make up for it.
That
is grim.
so
His dad nicked his PSP.
no, but does that
as a
mean he
joke.
nicked it for the whole trip?
Exactly.
Oh my, that's
bad.
that's rough.
You know what it reminds me of though? Remember when back at school?
I thought you were going to say like about a few hours ago where I hid your other shoe.
Fucking.
I was gaslighting my man Joe.
I got I had my shoe. No, do you remember back at school? Our pal Chris, when I got a DS, I was the first person to get a DS.
You were, yeah.
But he nicked my DS as a joke from the common room, and I was genuinely panicked. I
What
thought
was your
somebody nicked
first game?
it. Mario 64 DS.
Oh no, it was your Game Boy. It was your Game Boy Advance. Your first game was
Tony Hawk.
Tony Hawk. Oh, remember us playing it on a trip to Alton Towers, and we were like, "Oh, it's amazing."
That was so bad.
Jesus.
Okay, Ferg of the 48, he actually had too many characters, so he took a screenshot of a note he took. So, in about 2007, a long-term relationship was about to end.
Have a good Google there, Joe.
This is actually getting a bit grim, but we ended up booking a trip to Benidorm. I had just bought a PS Portable with FIFA and some best-of collection. I sat in the hotel bar myself while she lay by the pool for about 7 days solid.
Without sleep.
Oh my god. Yeah,
That's a bit.
that's pretty bad.
That's pretty heavy.
That's pretty bad.
So was that the best or worst?
That's I don't know. I'm assuming that's the worst. Okay, Craig Bury. Never being able to get past the snow level in Metal Slug Arcade in Greece because they always run out of money. That or Monopoly. Actually, Monopoly's bad enough, but see Holiday Monopoly, that's worse because you're stuck with the people you're with. It's not as if you can go home and just like sleep it off.
Yeah.
Like you're there with them for a week.
A lot of people aren't big fans of Monopoly, the board game, because of various different reasons. For me, it is purely because no one's ever happy after a game of Monopoly. Even the person who wins, because the person who wins has had to do a lot of bad things to win.
I know.
It's like Wolf of Wall Street.
Okay, Jim the Spooky Ghost, he says, he went to Florida when he was 9. Him and his brother spent 2 weeks playing Double Dragon and Turtles Arcade in the hotel lobby. Absolute bliss.
That's nice.
Yeah. I remember when I was wee, we were in a... This is going to show how middle class I am, but...
Joe, they know you eat champagne jam.
Went on a skiing.
And somehow you afford nice clothes even though you're unemployed.
I know. Went on skiing holiday to Chamonix. And that was
Chamonix,
and that was actually genuinely, it was the first summer that Street Fighter 2 was out in the arcades, and they had like 1 million arcade cabinets in the hotel for Street Fighter 2, and even though I was terrible at it, I absolutely loved playing it. It was so good. Yeah. So arcade games, that's like a holiday thing, isn't it? Because you don't really play arcade games day to day, but on holiday, that's what you do.
Did you play it more than you played Street Fighter 5?
Yes.
But you still got that though, eh? You still play it every...
I still got it on PlayStation 4. I've not played it in about 3 months.
I thought you traded it in.
No, I've not traded it in yet.
Yeah, it's not worth anything though.
I know.
May as well keep it.
I know.
Keep it
a testament to how shit it is. It's not shit. Right, no. What's your honest opinion on Street Fighter 5? Go on.
For me, it's just not... I've never been... In terms of fighting games, I've never been a massive Street Fighter 5 anyway.
Super Street Fighter 4 was fucking amazing.
I thought 4 was really good fun. Some of the changes in 5 I'm not a big fan of.
Yeah.
Online as well, there's no point in me even playing it online.
No,
I'm just not... I know that's down to me though.
That's it. Every fighting game though, I love Dead or Alive 5, but fucking online is shit.
Well, the thing is though, right,
everybody's too good.
I know we go on about this series a lot, but see when I play Virtua Fighter, I think I do genuinely find... like,
that's because the game's balanced
I've won
so well.
Proper I've actually won matches online of Virtua Fighter 5 against people who like play it a lot, and I don't mean that as a big brag, but I mean more like when I play Street Fighter, that does not happen. So maybe it's just me.
Phantom Jackson, he says the best holiday gaming experience, Tokyo 3 years ago, spending his whole evening visiting different arcades and game shops, playing shmups and buying carts. Now, you've not experienced this.
I've not.
But Tokyo is, well, Japan in general is genuinely, it's mecca for people who love games like we do.
Bingo,
yeah, it is. It's the mecca bingo. Right, okay, and last, Ling Skull, he says Mario Land on the Game Boy in 30-minute intervals. 5 siblings, Game Boy was restricted to car trips through Europe in the 90s. Hard times.
Restricting the Game Boy?
I know.
Well, although...
Actually, right,
I was going to say, like, my cousin's Sega Game Gear, she was only allowed to play it in the car because they couldn't afford to keep buying batteries for it. So she was only allowed to play it in the car because the scenic they had...
She could only afford to play it in 30-minute intervals because that's how long the battery lasted.
So they had like, I remember my uncle having one of the first like scenics that I ever remember. Like, you know when the scenic came out. I remember that car. But in the back it had an easily accessible charging port. Yeah. And that's where the Game Gear was kept because she'd play it in the car and that's just plug it straight in. Yeah. That was it. It never left the car.
But the car couldn't go more than 10 miles.
No, they was like...
no, actually, that's funny, that brings my memories. I remember going on a family trip to St Andrews, right, and playing Super Mario Land 2, 6 golden coins on the Game Boy.
Oh, I still love that.
Oh, man, it wasn't even my Game Boy, it was my cousin's. But I would because I was like the youngest in the holiday, I got to play it all the time. So
I remember, this is a school memory, probably I'd say secondary, playing Michael Mills's copy of that. I'm sure it was Mike Mills. Right. But I remember playing someone's copy of that and getting like 4 of the 5 golden coins.
I thought you were going to say when we went down to York and I nicked your Game Boy like every day to play that Mike Waterwright game. Oh yeah, I remember that. It had like a cartridge that had like 50 games on it. It was like pirate ones.
It was similar to Excitebike.
Aye, yeah,
but it wasn't.
Aye. Like, did little loops and stuff like that.
It was quite
because you don't make your own levels in it as well.
There was a platforming game you can make your own levels, which was quite cool.
Yeah, that was
the precursor to Super Mario Maker.
I remember going on holiday and like finding like Game Boy cartridges that had like 50 games on it, and they were obviously part pirate, but your mum and dad like bought you anyway.
I remember the one I had specifically had a big yellow button on it, like you push the yellow button to reset it back to the menu.
I remember that.
And all it had Dr. Mario on it. Yeah. I think Dr. Mario may have been one of the few legitimate games on it. A lot of them were.
I remember
someone just reskinned.
I remember seeing a cartridge that had, I shit you not, Sonic 6 on it. This was at a time where
did you play it?
Sonic 1 to 3 were out, nothing else.
Well, that used to happen a lot. I remember when the video game shop I used to work in Stirling, someone traded in. It was a cartridge of Pokemon Black, a bit like a Game Boy Advance cartridge.
Yeah.
And it was just someone had just taken it, and just somebody just literally taken Pokemon and maybe changed 2 Pokemon. It was like, oh, it's Pokemon Black for the Game Boy Advance.
I'll put Sonic 6 was famously it was I think it was the Smurfs Game Boy Advance game that reskinned to be a Sonic game, and that was it.
That's good.
That was all it was.
That's so good.
And that was the end of Say Your Bit. That's all the questions and all the sort of answers we got to our question. So, we're in London tonight, and we're going to be spending the time in London tomorrow, which hopefully, fingers crossed, we're going to get a chance to play Final Fantasy 15.
Yes, we're hopefully going to be going to Square Enix to give it a wee bash.
We're going to give a wee report on that in the podcast, and hopefully do a wee video about it as well. So check out the YouTube channel.
If we can talk about it.
If we can talk about it.
I'm sure we can.
I'm sure we can. But until then, it's a good night. We'll see you tomorrow.
Sleep well.
Sleep well. I'm feeling tired. I'm feeling sort of...
Bit rough?
A bit... Well, not so much rough, just like sore. I don't know why I feel sore.
Oh, me neither.
Like, my bum feels sore and I don't know why that is.
It's a bad joke.
No, but it's not a joke, it's genuinely true. I think it's because I was wearing shoes yesterday.
Oh, as opposed to your bare feet?
Yeah. You're wearing hard shoes. And you're slightly elevated.
Your high heels?
My heels. You know what I mean? When you're wearing hard shoes, it sort of tones your ass.
I'll tone your ass. Right. I did a feature
did you know?
for the Vice podcast. And by did it, I mean I wrote it and then we never did it.
No, we never did it,
by the way, you can listen to us on the Vice podcast. We recorded that yesterday.
Yeah, it should be up on the internet.
It's probably already, it's long. It'll be up long before this.
Yeah.
We'll be old men before this is up. So, I made Sinister Bottom.
Right.
Sinister Bottom.
Hey, I've got a Sinister Bottom right now because of those shoes.
Sinister Sore Bottom.
Yeah.
So, for those of you not in the know, Sinister Bottom is where I take the titles of video games, put them through a thesaurus, and then Joe has to guess the original title.
And Joe never guesses any of the titles.
Right, we're going for a nice easy one.
Go on.
Basilisk Pilgrimage Erectors.
Basilisk Pilgrimage Rectus. Erectors. Dragon Quest Builders.
Hey, you got one.
That's very appropriate because we've got a new video about Dragon Quest Builders online right now that you can watch.
How interesting.
It's very good.
Stuff of Strife 4.
Stuff of Strife 4. Stuff of Strife 4. What's come out recently that had 4 in it? Stuff of Strife. Call of Duty 4.
Gears of War.
Stuff of Strife. Very good. Very good. I thought it was going to be the Call of Duty 4 remastered.
Oh, gutter. Late growing.
That's me.
Oh.
I'm an early riser.
Actually, no, I get my erection in the morning. Just want to get that out there.
Ladies. Right, what was it? It's late grower.
Late growing.
Something rising. Dead Rising.
Well done.
Hey.
That's good. So far, let's just.
Because if you're late, they like the late.
Yeah. You're rising. You've got hard on. Right. So that was 2 out of 3.
2 out of 3.
This is the best you've ever done.
So far, yeah. So I'm going to fall apart.
You ready? Celebrated civilian.
Celebrated civilian.
I think this one's quite easy.
Celebrated civilian. So you say that. So civilian person, hero. Celebrated civilian pedestrian.
Oh, you got it.
Man. Something man. Celebrated man.
So civilian to you means man? That's interesting. Let's talk about that.
I said person.
You said man?
Woman.
It's not that either.
Celebrated.
Gender neutral word.
Celebrated person.
Man. A big man. A big strong man.
Is it celebrated person or
Celebrated civilian.
Civilian.
A big man. A big powerful man. A CEO.
Celebrated. I have no idea.
Star citizen.
I've never got that.
Oh, right.
I've never got that. The Star Citizen does not feature in my sort of day-to-day thoughts.
Right, one more. See if you can get it to 3 out of 5.
I know, I need to.
Ride business.
Ride business.
Man's business.
It's a man's world.
Man's world. It's a man's world. Men get paid more. The glass ceiling.
What was it? Men's business. What was it again?
Oh, fuck it. Ride
business. Ride business. Car something?
Car business. Car showroom.
Car sales.
A man selling a car. A man driving a car. Wife sitting in the back.
The baby's due. Keep out the payments.
A rich man. A big rich man.
I don't know. No idea.
The president should be a man.
No idea.
Drive club.
Oh, drive club, of course.
Oh, what's this new noise you've got? It's like...
I know.
So, 2 out of 5.
2 out of
Though
5.
this might still be one of the best performances
done,
you've
yeah.
done. And I mean both that in terms of this feature.
And in
And
general.
also your sexual performance. As a man. A big man.
A rich man.
A strong man. Cool. So do you want to go for some breakfast?
Well, yeah, would you fancy?
Sausages.
I don't know if I could eat sausages.
At least not anymore.
No.
Wait.
What?
What?
Okay, we've had breakfast, we're all fueled up, and we have also just been to the Square Enix office. The Square Enix or Square Enix?
Someone at the GMAs was telling us it's Enix,
Enix.
but I refuse.
Yeah, it's the Square Enix. So yeah, we went there for the first time ever, and we had a wee shot of, or a big shot of, Final Fantasy 15.
That's right, we did.
Yeah.
One of the builds of the game. So
yeah, I think
when we told
it's
this
as close to final as...
well, I think we were told this was one of the newest
Yeah.
versions of it.
I think he said... Ian Dixon from Square, thank you very much for having us and hosting us. He told us that there's a couple of things that have tweaked a little bit for this version that nobody's seen yet, so sort of very, very slight exclusive.
Yeah.
Exclusively, one of the menu items has changed names.
Yeah.
That's,
You heard it here first.
You heard it here first. Yeah. But genuinely, it's the
Yeah.
same build that he's been playing recently. And, right, what do you think of it?
Really poor. I think it's major disappointment. No, it's... I think, because I've played Duske, and I've played... What was the name of the other one?
Platinum Demo.
Platinum Demo.
Yeah.
And the weird thing is, so far, they've shown off like 3 different types of combat.
Pretty much completely
So the original
different,
Duske one, then the updated Duske, and then Platinum again had different...
Yeah.
And this one is different again.
Yeah, it's similar
I would say,
to the Platinum Demo.
yeah.
You change weapons with the D-pad again. And
Yeah,
stuff like that.
but you're holding down circle to do your attacks and
Yeah,
using
that's the
direction buttons.
same.
Is it? Well,
That's the
fucking, I
same.
forgot that.
Yeah.
But the dodge was different.
Not dodge is the same as the
Oh,
Platinum Demo. It's
fuck me
pretty
then.
similar to
Ignore
Platinum
me.
Demo. It's just been tweaked
I think
and
it's
tuned.
the best version of the combat
It is,
they've
it
had.
is.
It's
really good.
way more exciting,
Yeah.
and the moves you do with your teammates
Yeah,
are amazing.
I mean, the thing is, a lot of them are the kind of thing that's like, they're very flashy for no reason
Yeah.
whatsoever apart from how cool they are, but
Yeah.
I'm glad they're there. 'Cause they're
I just say
very
as
cool.
well, like if you're having problems imagining this, we do also have plans for a video because we managed to get
Yeah, we managed to
footage
get
as well.
yeah, so we've got an hour of
Imagine
footage of the
that.
game. I mean, you've seen, if you've been watching coverage of the game, there's a lot of websites that play the same areas as we have. However,
you've seen it.
they have not crashed the car as much as we have.
We crashed it twice.
We crashed it twice. In fact, once at the very beginning of the game, which a lot of people have seen. If you don't want to know anything about the game, but plot-wise,
We know very little.
yeah, we're going to tell you very little. But the game starts off with you and your team of guys pushing the car because it's broken down.
Yeah.
And you're meant to push it straight forward down the road and listen to the lovely music from Florence and the Machine.
Yeah.
But I decided to veer off the road slightly
Yeah.
and crash into an oncoming car.
Yeah, it looked like the car was going to stop and then it just kept going.
It was my own fault for being an idiot, but yeah.
And I crashed the car later on as well.
Yeah.
It's brilliant. I mean, it's again, we're not going to say anything that's going to spoil it. It opens with a cold open that surprised me.
So yeah.
Because I've avoided pretty much everything about the game apart from the demos.
Yeah.
But even then, I don't think this has been in anything as far as I'm aware.
People have seen
People have seen it,
but
yeah, I'm not going to say it.
we won't
But
mention it, we won't
it gave.
mention
I was like, oh.
yeah, it's
but it
very
looks.
intriguing.
It looks really good.
It's funny, see when they announced the delay a couple of months ago, because it was meant to come out at the end of October, obviously. In fact, we're meant to pretty much have it. No, it was meant to come out in September.
Yeah, we would have been able to play it.
But when they announced that they were putting it back a couple of months, I think there was a little bit of, it was a little bit of the usual sort of, that's a shame.
Yeah.
But I think a lot of people were quite understanding that it gives them a chance to tune it up.
Yeah.
I think a few people were wondering, is that actually the reason? But you can see from us playing it and compared to the footage I've seen of it, they've really optimised it. It's nice and smooth, and it plays as well as you expect from a big game like that.
I mean, for example, like when we were leveling up, Ian was saying that this has changed slightly from the last build, and it's good to know that I think what they're trying to do is essentially so that when you have the disc, That's it. We're not going to have to go through the usual. Well, that's installed now. I'll leave my PlayStation on to download the patch. So I think they are genuinely trying to release a finished product.
So what did we see of the game then?
So we saw the first hour.
So we did some fights, did some driving. Yep. We did some fishing.
Yep. We saw what's her name?
Oh God, Cindy. Right, see that's.
No!
It's like so close to being really good.
Yeah. But what's good is like. Because obviously, like again, from me being kind of pig ignorant of everything apart from the demos, is how they've taken the elements from Dusky. So meeting Cindy, but it's a totally different area. So it's not.
I think she's a recurring character. You meet her.
I'd imagine.
A few places.
I imagine so, but it's certainly they've taken that kind of element from right. The car's broken down, but you can tell they've just done so much.
I'd say out of the whole. That we've all played, the most disappointing thing is Cindy herself, because it's just like an embarrassing little slice of. But the thing is, you can tell. I've said this argument before about a couple of things, right? It's like obviously she's
sexy woman,
sexualised design, but they've clearly put a lot of work into the costume and all, like the designs and all that.
Yeah,
they just put a lot of work into making it.
They built like a full costume and they spent a lot of time cutting bits of it away.
Bits off. You know what I mean? No, like there's a lot of work put into designing the characters in it and stuff. So you can kind of.
In fact, my favourite bit was when. Well, you I'm not going to say similar to Dark Souls, but you can only save the game properly and level up at campfires.
Yeah.
And then you can have meals to like boost your attack power. The best one was it like egg? And,
that was a croque madame.
A croque madame, and like he puts the fidelity of the food is amazing.
I know, it looks incredible.
It looks good enough to eat. But like, who does the cooking? Is it Ignis?
Yeah, it's Ignis.
Put down the eggs, and the eggs wobbled, and then he turned the plate.
Yeah, it was like he was displaying it for all to see.
And the funny thing was, again, Ian, the PR, was like,
I've never seen that
before. So that was brilliant. Yeah, I'm really, really pleased.
We're keeping it quite general with this chat just now, because we are going to do a video with some of the footage.
Along with the footage.
We don't know what we're going to do with the footage, but we are going to do some, because we don't want to do the usual.
Do you know what we should do?
What?
I've got an idea, right?
Go on.
We put the whole video up, right? But Benny Hill music.
Put it in fast motion. That's a good idea, actually. Right, just before we stop and end the podcast though, what's your favourite thing in the demo that you played? Favourite thing of the game that you've played so far? One thing. If you were to name one thing that you liked about it, what would it be?
I think actually I really, really like the combat.
Yeah.
I think the combat really impressed me, and being able to like integrate, because I think in the Dusky demo you unlocked like those extra partner abilities, but they were quite they weren't as easy to do. Whereas this one, it is pretty much if you block and parry whoever you're next to, you do these cool moves. So like I think there's gifs of like him swapping guns, but the one that you managed to do, which we've got footage of, is what's the name of the big guy? Gladio. Like you jump on Gladio's sword and he throws you up into the air, then he hits the enemy, then you fall down with a big spear, and it's so stupid. It's silly, so cool. But amazing. How about you? What was your favourite?
Well, I was going to say specifically that move.
That moment, oh shit.
So you nicked it from me.
How about the banter?
I like the banter. That's the thing. It's like folks slag off the whole banter. Like, oh, they look like a K-pop boy band.
But you're into that.
Well, I'm into that. But I'm into that. But I like the characters. You know,
I think.
If you've watched the anime yet,
no, I need to.
Because if you watch the anime, I like the fact that they focus on just having 4 fun characters to be around. You know, so. Yeah, I like the characters. Yeah.
Really impressed, really looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Finally coming out.
Yeah.
It's only a month away. But do you know what happens first?
No, what happens first?
A fucking baby.
They're going to listen to that one day. They're going to go through the BitSocket archives and you say that.
They're going to have to use like some kind of wind-up device because there'll be no electricity.
Yeah. Actually, fuck, I had like a deep realisation that your child will listen to us speaking about them. And we don't know who they are yet. We don't know if it's a boy or a girl. We don't know if they're going to turn out to be an arsehole, alright? And
what if they're, God forbid, want an Xbox?
I know.
Daddy.
Not in this house.
Daddy, I'd like to get a PC. You're no son of mine. Ripping my shirt.
You'll make do with the last version of emulators on your Mac.
What's wrong with The Sims 2? Need for Speed Underground 1.
Portal 1's fine.
Look, if you squint, you can't even see the screen tear.
I hope you're enjoying this.
Some Mac chat.
Yeah. Anyway,
we're finishing
your software. Anyway,
what is Steam?
Right.
So
Anyway, if you want to listen to more BitSocket, check us out on iTunes.
Usually we sound better.
Check us out on iTunes.
Check us out on.
Yeah, we'll be back in our studio next time instead of on the road.
My living room.
Yeah. So you can check us out on iTunes. Leave a wee review and a rating if you'd like. 'Cause that always helps.
Check out our videos as well. Our most recent review is for Dragon Quest Builders,
which has been doing alright.
I'm going to work on a review for Rise of the Tomb Raider.
Well, is it a review or just?
We'll see.
Yeah, because the PS4 version just came out and
Rotter,
right. Rotterdam or anywhere.
I was thinking of that song.
Liverpool or Rome.
Classic song, man. Sing more.
No.
I can't. So keep an eye out on our YouTube channel and keep an eye out for the Vice podcast as well.
And remember, you can follow us on Facebook and Twitter as well. Get involved and say your bit. So, until next time,
keep it sucking.